This presentation is merely a brief overview of the topics covered in the chapter and should not be considered a substitute for reading the chapter. This chapter covers determining your financial needs for retirement, saving to meet those retirement needs, and estate planning. This chapter covers determining your financial needs for retirement, saving to meet those retirement needs, and estate planning. To start determining how much money you will need when you retire, try estimating your expenses in retirement, how long you plan to be retired, and the return on your savings during retirement. These items are difficult to estimate, but we can start with a few basic assumptions and end up with a fairly reasonable estimate. A good place to start determining expenses in retirement is to take a look at your current expenses and make some adjustments. Factor in inflation and lifestyle changes, and you'll have a decent estimate. Determining the duration of your retirement requires a check of life expectancy data. Women tend to live longer than men on average. You can find the latest data on life expectancy at the Center for Disease Control website at cdc.gov. Estimating your return on investment during retirement is difficult. It is probably way in the future, and you will almost assuredly be risk averse. It is best to use a low estimate for return on investment in retirement. If you end up earning more, great. Enjoy the extra money. In order to have money to save and invest as an individual, you must run a budget surplus and invest some of that surplus for your retirement. You, the individual, will be expected to contribute to your own retirement. In most cases, the government will supplement that with Social Security, and in some cases, the employer will provide either a defined benefit or defined contribution plan. Any individual can save for retirement without a special account, but since the government would like to encourage retirement savings, it has created tax-advantaged accounts to help you do so. Individual retirement accounts, IRAs, were created in 1974 and are personal investment accounts. IRAs may invest in a wide range of financial products, including stocks, bonds, CDs, mutual funds, and so on. The traditional and Roth IRAs differ in terms of tax treatment of contributions, withdrawals, and the limits of contributions. Traditional plans allow for tax-deductible contributions. Taxes are paid only when money is withdrawn after retirement. Roth IRAs have a tax burden when a contribution is made, but no tax consequence for withdrawals after retirement. Self-employed persons have some interesting and sometimes confusing options. A simplified employee pension is a plan that allows an employer with few or even no other employees than himself or herself to contribute deductible retirement contributions to an employee's traditional IRA. So the self-employed person may contribute to his or her own IRA through the business in a tax-deductible fashion. A savings income match plan for employees, or SIMPLE, is a plan where employees make salary reduction before tax contributions that the employer matches. If the contributions are made to a traditional IRA, the plan is called a simple IRA plan. A Keogh plan is another retirement vehicle for those who are self-employed. It can be either a defined benefit or defined contribution qualified plan with deductible contribution limits. It is best to seek the services of an investment professional when considering which self-employed plan to choose. Social Security was created in 1935 and provides benefits to retired people who qualify. It is possible to estimate your Social Security benefits at ssa.gov, the Social Security website. Data provided by the SSA shows that almost 51,500,000 beneficiaries receive an average monthly benefit of just over $1,000. Although it is likely that Social Security will be changed in some ways before most students taking this class retire, it will still likely continue operating and offering benefits for retired persons. It is best to plan for Social Security to be a supplement to your retirement rather than your sole source of income during retirement. Employers may sponsor pension or retirement plans for their employees as part of the employee's total compensation. There are two kinds of employer-sponsored plans: defined benefit plans and defined contribution plans. A defined benefit plan is a retirement plan that is sometimes called a pension plan. It is funded by the employer, who promises the employee a specific benefit upon retirement. The payout for a defined benefit plan is usually an annual or monthly payment for the remainder of the employee's life. In some defined benefit plans, there is also a spousal or survivor's benefit. The amount of the benefit is determined by your wages and length of service to the company. Defined benefit plans are not very common these days. To avoid the responsibility for employee retirement funds, more and more employers sponsor defined contribution retirement plans. Under defined contribution plans, each employee has a retirement account, and both the employee and the employer may contribute to that account. The employee makes untaxed contributions to the account as a payroll deduction, up to a maximum limit specified by the tax code. Taxes are paid only when the employee makes withdrawals after retirement. 401k plans are a type of defined contribution retirement plan. Your estate includes everything you own. Other aspects of financial planning involve creating and managing your assets while you are alive. Estate planning is a way to manage your assets after your death. Age is not really a factor because death can occur at any time, at any age, by any cause. Arranging for the disposition of your estate is not a morbid concern, but instead a kindness to those you leave behind. While the author lists some estate planning options in the text, it is important to realize that since estate planning is such a serious and sometimes complicated matter, it may be best to seek the help of an attorney and/or accountant when making estate planning decisions. That concludes this presentation. I hope you enjoy reading the chapter.